What's up, YouTube? It's B again. We're finally here. We are finally getting this show started. Season 1, Episode 1. I'm super excited. So much to do, so much I want to talk about, so much I want to show you guys, but for now, let's cue the intro. What do you mean we don't have an intro? What do you even do here, dude? Come on. Okay, so I figure since you're new here, I'm new here, we should probably set some sort of baseline, right? Where are we today? Where did we come from? Maybe not super historical type stuff. We'll talk about that type of thing later on in the series. But for now, let's just look at where we are and what we're doing, right? So I started this endeavor. I was 385 pounds. That was in December of 2018. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that I went through some pretty traumatic stuff in December 2018, and I got really self-destructive. So that weight's probably not accurate. I did a lot of stuff and really didn't care about what I was doing to my body. And of course, I didn't weigh at all. And by the time I realized that, hey, this is something I should start documenting, after coming through that, it was a little late. So we're going to just say that 385 was the starting point, because that's realistically the last place that I have hard data. And if we don't have hard data, we're not gonna base anything on it. So I like to take a very scientific approach to this, in case you haven't figured that out by now. Anyway, so that's where we were. That was almost a year and a half ago. Today, well, I guess we need to go weigh in, don't we? Damn it. Fine. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. It's actually not terrible, right? So I said this in the prologue, and if you haven't had a chance to go look at it, I'll try to throw a card up here somewhere, so you can go take a look at that. But, I don't put a whole lot of value in the scale as a number by itself. Now, the reason I say that is that I do a lot of strength training, and I've been pretty stagnant forever. So I'm going to be putting on muscle mass. I'm trying to put on muscle mass because as I lose weight, I'll have things like excess skin that I want to try to fill with, muscle, right? And who the hell doesn't want muscles? Well, at least a few muscles anyway. So I'm not super concerned if, 1 week I'm 295 and the next week I'm 293 and the next week I'm 301. It's when that happens for 4 or 5 or 6 weeks that becomes a concern. So it's not a bad thing. It's just part of fitness, part of any kind of endeavor to try to lose or even gain weight, is that you're going to hit a plateau. You're going to get to a point where your body says, hey, I know what we're doing. I'm good. So what we have to do is we have to tell it otherwise. So I think what we're going to do this week is put the weights down. It's going to break my heart. I love lifting weights. But we're going to put the weights down. Stay strictly to stick. Good Lord, I can't talk today. Stick strictly to cardio. We'll do some functional fitness too, but no heavy lifting this week. And we'll see how our body responds to that. Let's go to the gym. We're here at the world famous Alpha Elite Gym. I don't know if it's world famous, but about 5:30, it seems like it's world famous. But anyway, it's been raining off and on all week this week. The sun's out and it's not blistering hot, so if the turf's not soaked, I think we're gonna work outside today. Let's go check it out. Son, that was rough. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 movements. Hey, come back here. 5. That's 5 movements and a 100-yard run in between each set or revolution. That took me 18 and a half minutes. Now we're gonna go get half an hour in on the treadmill, call that a day. We'll see you inside. So that was a week. Hopefully we'll find out when we weigh in on Monday if we broke through that plateau we've been having and we can get back to business. But before we wrap up, I do have a couple things. First of all, I'm gonna throw some progress photos in the end of the video. I'll do that at the end just in case some people don't wanna watch that. You know, you can just close the video and be done with it. And if you do, well, you have to sit through the whole video. So there. And the other thing is I want to make sure that I'm bringing something of value to this channel other than just me losing weight and eating and cooking and whatever the hell else I decide to do throughout the course of this series. So I want to try to bring something that I've either learned throughout the week or something that I've known maybe for a few months or a couple of years, just some things that other people have shared with me that I can share with you guys. This week is probably one of the most important to me anyway, and it comes from a question somebody asked me one time. I was talking about, you know, the various times in my life that I've set out to lose weight, and he asked me, he said, what makes this one different? And I knew immediately what the answer was. It's the why. And there's a man by the name of Eric Thomas. If you don't know who he is, go look him up as soon as you're finished with this video. He will change your life. He definitely is. He's the best motivational speaker that I have ever heard in my entire life. And he tells a story, and I'm not gonna tell you the whole story, but I'll link to it down in the description, about the gazelle and the lion. And it's a big metaphor for average people and people that are great or want to be great, and what the difference between the two is. And the summary of the story in about 10 seconds is a gazelle gets up every morning and he starts running because he knows the lion is chasing him. And the lion gets up every morning and he runs because he knows he has to go chase the gazelle. The gazelle's not just gonna lay over and let him eat him. And the difference between the gazelle and the lion is their why. You know, the gazelle runs because he's being chased. And as soon as the lion stops chasing him, the gazelle stops. And the lion never stops. The lion's gonna get the food, he's gonna take it back home, he's gonna give it to mama lion and baby lion, and then he's gonna get up the next morning, he's gonna do it again because he has to do that to survive. And that's the mentality that you have to have in anything that you do, whether it's a fitness journey or business or a school or anything of that nature, is you can't be average. You have to do whatever it takes to be great. And that's my why. You know, in the past, I just did things because I was fat, right? I'm fat, I'm gonna lose weight. Well, when you lose weight and you're not fat anymore, you stop because the why's not there. If your why is not strong enough, then you're never going to be successful. And I learned that the hard way. It took me a long time, but I finally learned that. And this is definitely going to be, it's gonna be something great. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Stay tuned for the progress photos. Make sure you click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. And if not, tell me what you thought down in the comments. Until next time, guys, take care.